Hi, Andrew Bell here with you. As promised, I will be sharing with you over the next few weeks the contextual learnings that I've gathered through 45 odd years in the real estate market and through some 7 real estate cycles and of course some major economic disruptions. Markets of all types, whether they are the stock market, gold bullion, oil or real estate, are primarily driven by one key factor: supply and demand. In the real estate market, properties rise in value because there is a greater number of buyers than properties to purchase. This creates competition amongst purchasers, which drive prices higher and higher, as people will offer higher prices in order to secure the property of their choice. Likewise, the reverse can happen, where there are more properties for sale than there are buyers, and competition amongst sellers to find buyers will see certain sellers reduce their prices in order to attract the buyers of their properties. The essence of demand is consumer confidence. The more confident people are about any market, the more demand that there is. In terms of real estate market, that confidence is driven by 5 key factors: state of the economy, interest rates, population growth, unemployment, and housing affordability. Over the past 10 months, all of those key factors have been in healthy territory. GDP was on the rise, interest rates were at record lows, population growth was solid, unemployment was stable, and housing affordability was comfortable, thanks to falling interest rates. It is what generated a very healthy volume of buyers. So what's happened now? We know the economy will take a substantial hit as a result of the measures introduced to fight Covid-19. Unemployment will rise significantly, population growth is scheduled to remain constant, interest rates have fallen even further to new record lows, and housing affordability is even better for those employed. The immediate reaction has been the sharpest fall in consumer confidence since records were kept. This is not unusual. It's the typical knee-jerk reaction that occurs when a sudden shock hits the economy. What we will now see is deeper examination of all those factors for consumers to really assess how it affects them individually. The government has put an all-time record stimulus package in place. Most leading economists accept that there will be an immediate recession, but are forecasting a significant rebound in our economy as the stimulus takes effect. Job losses will be very significant whilst ever we're in this voluntary isolation stage. But as soon as the coffee shops and the restaurants and the sporting fixtures and everything else opens up again, we will be back in force, living life again. And so there will be huge demands for employees, for all of those businesses. Likewise, there'll be a rebound in consumer confidence as people feel relieved that coronavirus is no longer with us and that we can get back to normal life. There is now a much talked about bounce, which is where, after the sharp falls we're experiencing right now in all economic activity, that there will be strong rebound as soon as the restrictions are lifted, as the economic stimulus measures click in. Hold on to your hats and be prepared for that. No question that the real estate market has been reshaped for the present, but life goes on every day. Every day there are those who must sell and those who must buy. And it's happening right now. In March, just finished, Ray White sold $4.4 billion nationally. That is one company. That's a lot of real estate activity. That number might surprise people, but it just shows that even in these restrictive conditions that we're operating in, there's an ever constant demand for people to sell and buy homes. In fact, we've sold well over 300 properties under hammer at auction in our new controlled environment in the past 2 weeks. There's a lot that's not yet known, but keep an eye out for the consumer confidence measures, as they are going to give you a clear indication around how people are feeling about those 5 key factors that drive real estate. Remember, every day of the week, properties have been exchanging hands between buyers and sellers, and that will continue no matter what. But the speed at which that happens and the volume at which it happens has its home in consumer confidence. Good to see some promising news around the contagion effect and about fatalities from the Covid-19. But as we all know, we have a mighty long way to go. And we're likely to be living with the types of restrictions that we have in place now for many months to come. Stay safe, stay home, and let's get on top of this. Be back to see you in a week's time.